We're shaking YouTube. Man, I know it's been a while since I put out a video, man. I've been going through a couple of things in my life. Some real stuff. Real troubling and not, yeah, I guess everything could be spiritual, but it's just a lot of stuff that you just start looking at it and be like, damn, that's so unfortunate that people still feel this way towards people and certain people the way they look. I was talking to my to one of my mothers. You know what I mean? I don't identify mother-in-law, sisters-in-law, father-in-law. Like, I don't do that. Just you family, man. It's just like black folks. We get treated the worst. You know, and but we are the most welcoming. We are the most, we bring people. Like, we really bring people. We bring them. Like, no matter what's your nationality, ethnicity. If you come across a person of color, I'm talking about a family. I'm talking about God-fearing. I'm not talking about somebody who's under the influence. I'm not talking about those who just... Cause there's bad people everywhere, but majority of the time, let's say you have a black family in the suburbs. If you come across them, and I'm talking about you a different nationality, they will want to help you. They will want to help you. They will try. They will speak to you and give you the best information at hand. And even if you would do them right, black folks, we're the first ones we forgive we'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. We want cure. We want the cure. We want peace. We don't even blame black. We don't even blame white people when they're racist. When they're racist or when they do things of prejudice or discriminatory. In our minds, we're like, somebody taught you wrong and it's not your fault, and we want to be able to be like, there's no reason for you to feel that way. Like, don't you see what I do here? You pretty much got me. I listened to you. I sent my children to you. You're all in position of leadership, and that's still not enough. And we won't blame you for that. We'll blame the lack of whatever liar trickery somebody gave you guys, and you guys ran with it. And us as people of color, black people, we're like, and we're dying in vain too. We're dying in vain. I bring this video, or making this video, because something happened to me at work. And then I saw this guy by the name of Wesley Michelle. If I'm not mistaken, this situation happened in like California. I could be wrong. And he was waiting for a friend. And then he spoke about how the guy calls the police saying that he was trespassing and all that stuff. And it comes to find out that the guy worked for YouTube. And of course, the guy who called the police and was questioning Wesley Michelle was white, and he had his son who was telling him, who was pleading with his father, please don't call the police. Now, this YouTube employee claims that he made the comment. He stated how his father was killed by a trespasser. My thing was, if the guy you're calling the police on not only isn't doing anything, but pulls out his phone and is telling you like, you're gonna, I got this on camera and I don't need to do the, and it's like showing you basically like, man, I'm about to show the world and you're about to be the next white person who called the police on a black person who is doing nothing wrong but just being black. You would like, if the person was gonna kill you or cause you any harm, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have pulled their phone out. I'm pretty sure they would have did all that you are scared of a long time ago. First of all, the fact that all that was going on, I'm pretty sure he would have ran off her. He wouldn't just stand there. You're calling the police. There's cameras, I'm pretty sure, at this luxurious place to live. So my thing is, I don't understand what is the problem? Like, what have we initially done to you, those of the white or those of the race that believe they're superior? What have we done as black people, people of color? What have we done to you in this new land that you guys claim to have found, to want to come to find refuge of religious freedom, because when you were back in your homeland, they were persecuting you because of your faith. So you come here to find religious freedom, and we were taken, and now we're here in this new land. So that means you're starting over. What did we do in this new land to you that you cannot seem to find a way to eliminate these prejudice mentality that you have, that you are constantly putting us in harm's way and not tearing us down, but there's a terminology of like when you killing us. That's plain and simple. You killing us. And Wesley Michelle said, he said that was almost like a death sentence. He was saying, like, the fact that the YouTube employee called the police on him, he said that's almost like a death threat. And anybody who's black understands what that means. You know what that means. That means that police kill us. That's what they do. They come in, they see an unarmed black man, they see an unarmed black woman, and they kill them for some reason. And we don't do anything wrong. So that's why when he said, like, a guy called the police on him, and he was saying, like, yo, that's a death, when it shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be that way. Like, you'd be like, oh, okay, you're calling law enforcement. You shouldn't have to, but the fact that he looks the way he looks, the YouTube worker, and Wesley Michelle looks the way he looks, you already know how this is going to end. You already know how this is going to end. So that's the situation where you got a situation like that at hand that just came about, and you ask yourself, what's going on? Like, what happened? Like, what did we do? Who lied to you? Who said these things? And the same thing happened to me at work that I know was fueled from some sort of prejudice, some sort of lack of knowledge, some sort of miscommunication, misunderstanding, because of a man that looks like me, my size, and the individual who looks like a Bill Clinton. And of course, I'm found at fault. I'm the wrong guy. And to be honest with you, I'm not upset at him. I just want I want the what do they call it? The road to communication, the communication part. I like to see why he is, or why he looks at me the way he does, why he feels whatever he feels towards me, and then I would speak from my point of view, or from my standpoint, because it's like there are a lot of white individuals, there are a lot of people, or Caucasian people, there are a lot of them who are more than awesome, more than great, more than our allies. There was I remember, I think it was it Collegeville, Virginia, or something like that. The young girl was ran over by a white supremacist. There was a white girl who got ran over and killed in the name of police brutality towards black folks, and she was standing for us, and she died for us. She definitely did. So there are those who are with us, but no one's supposed to have to die because of someone's ignorance. There has to be a meeting point. There has to be a middle ground. I'm not one of violence. I don't believe violence is the answer. I remember watching a Get Rich or Die Trying, and Vlad TV just did an interview with him. Something Duke. His part, he says violence begets more violence. So I'm not for any person, I don't care if you black, white, indifferent. If you come to me and tell me, oh, in order to stop what these white folks are doing to black people, what these police are doing to black people, you need to, be violent with them. You need to bloodshed. I'm like, you're a liar. You're a liar. That will not answer anything. What I do know, a lot of people are speaking about this thing called love. I was like, okay, all right, that's a part of it. I honestly want it to be where, like in college, where people are able to, like, literally are able to speak their truth with no like repercussion, no fear of attack or retaliation. That's the word I'm looking for. No fear of retaliation. Like if a white person sits there and goes, because they're ignorant and they just want to tell you, oh yeah, this is what I believe, and they go, I don't like black people because they're niggers. Nobody should get up, nobody from anywhere should feel as though they're going to attack that person because they spoke their truth. Because that's our problem. People are hiding behind certain thoughts and truths that we can't ever get to the cure. That's what doctors do. Doctors go and find out the center of the disease. Where is this disease? Where is this malady? Where is it? They hone in on it, and then from there they're able to start to treat the patient. So if we take a white person and we don't find out their internal issue, we will never be able to cure the disease. And violence is not the answer. We're just going to have bodies everywhere. It's going to be like Vietnam War. A non that was something that no one won. It was like, what just happened? We went to war. All right, so what we get from it? Nothing. What we lose from it? Nothing. Like, we just lost people. People just died, but nothing was gained from that. So that's why I would love to sit with whoever this individual at my job, or people who like, and be like, what is it that you don't like about me? Is it my head shape? Is it my the fact I wear glasses? Is it my funny name? What is it that you don't like around me? Because it's not that I don't come to work on time. I'm come actually earlier than I need to, because they always talking about colored people time. So I gotta always be extra early and work extra hard and be smarter than everybody and work and get a better grade and know more than enough, because they say all these stereotypical things about us. That's not true. But at the same time, it brings the best out of us. So, this is my life. Whatever. I'll work 10 times harder and all that. But if I walk outside, if I fear to go outside because of my life, for my safety, because of my children, then there's really nothing else I could do. I mean, I'm already working 10 times. I gotta do 10 things 10 times better, extra. And now I also don't even get the ability to just walk and like get to my destinations without somebody feeling some sort of way about, because of some ignorance they have. Yeah, so it's tough. I pray for the gentleman's Wesley Michelle and the gentleman who called the police on him, because we have in Houston, we have an issue, and this world is too beautiful. Life is too beautiful. Life is too precious that we have to continually go through things like this. It's not the way to live. We shouldn't have to live that way. There's good people, there's bad people. That's it. It shouldn't be, oh, you look like this. If your father perished from a trespasser, then you asked the person, and then he should have walked away. He could have easily walked away and made that phone call, but he stood there. So that means you wanted confrontation. And you said your father passed away from something like that. Like, you don't feel as though that guy could have did something? So you're trying to repeat the evil cycle? Your son was right there, and he told you to leave. And I need to work on my emotion. I take medication for my emotions and things of trauma that I deal with. I do. And maybe I could have dealt with the situation at work better. But when you look and you see like all the Wesley Michelle's, like what they're going through, and this is like an occurrence, a constant occurrence, it's like, whew, it's heavy. All right, you guys have a blessed night. I mean, yeah.